Can you imagine a company once hailed as a revolutionary force, valued at an astronomical $47 billion, only to see its worth evaporate, leaving behind a staggering $40 billion loss? This isn't just a tale of numbers on a spreadsheet. It's the unbelievable true story of WeWork, a human drama filled with soaring ambition, blinding charisma, and the brutal, crushing weight of reality. How did a dream this big collapse so spectacularly? Let's go back to the beginning, to the genesis of that dream. Adam Neumann, WeWork's co-founder, wasn't just selling office space, he was selling a feeling, a vision. He painted a picture of a world where the cold, impersonal office was a thing of the past, replaced by vibrant communal sanctuaries. This wasn't just about a desk and Wi-Fi. It was about creating a spiritual home for the ambitious, the dreamers, the creators. You could feel the intoxicating allure in his words. Adam spoke of building a global family, of giving people a sense of belonging to something far greater than themselves. He wasn't just pitching to investors' wallets, he was pitching to their hearts, to their yearning for purpose as much as profit. And it worked. The money poured in, billions of dollars fueling an insatiable hunger to expand. The mission was to be everywhere, on every corner of every major city in the world, and for a while it seemed like nothing could stop this dreamlike ascent. But then the dream began to fracture. The moment of truth came with the paperwork for the initial public offering, the IPO. As the documents were made public, the harsh light of scrutiny revealed a deeply personal betrayal. The numbers showed a leader whose self-interest seemed to cast a long, dark shadow over the very community he had promised to build and protect. The details were shocking, from questionable loans to personal trademarks sold back to the company. Suddenly, the fervent belief that had captivated so many began to curdle into agonizing doubt. Investors, once enthralled by the grand vision, were forced to confront a disquieting truth. The sky-high valuation wasn't built on solid ground, but on a house of mirrors propped up by hype and charisma. The illusion shattered, and the valuation plummeted in a dizzying, breathtaking freefall. Hope turned to heartbreak. The once unstoppable empire was exposed as fragile, and the gut-wrenching decision was made to pull the IPO, leaving a massive void of what-ifs. What followed was the painful process of picking up the pieces. The downfall was swift and brutal. Adam Neumann, the charismatic visionary, was forced out in a raw public humiliation. It was a gut-wrenching end to an era, leaving the company he built reeling, desperately trying to mend its broken spirit and find a way forward without its messianic leader. The human cost was devastating. Heartbreaking scenes of mass layoffs unfolded. Thousands of employees, people who had bought into the dream of we, suddenly found their lives upended. You could see the quiet despair in their eyes. The company that was supposed to be a global family was now scattered. Then came the fire sales. Assets, from the corporate jet to entire side businesses, were sold off in a desperate bid to stop the bleeding. Each sale was a stark, painful reminder of how far the dream had fallen, a testament to the real-world consequences of unbridled ambition. The contrast was devastating. WeWork's original, idealistic promise was one of connection and community. Its new reality was a grim, desperate fight for sheer survival. It's a poignant lesson in how quickly a beautiful dream can morph into a haunting nightmare. So, what are the enduring lessons from this epic saga? First, and most importantly, it's the sting of a painful truth. A captivating story, no matter how emotionally resonant, can never truly mask the fragile reality of a broken business model. Hype is not a substitute for substance. The story got WeWork to a $47 billion valuation, but it couldn't save it from gravity when the financials didn't add up. We also saw the immense, almost suffocating pressure exerted by venture capital. The relentless push for growth at all costs often forces founders to chase unrealistic, even dangerous, valuations. This creates a high-stakes gamble where the pressure to perform can lead to devastating consequences, not just for the company, but for everyone involved. It's a system that rewards storytelling sometimes more than sound business practices. And finally, this story screams about the indispensable importance of strong governance and accountability. These are the quiet guardians, the checks and balances that are supposed to keep a company on track. With WeWork, it seemed a charismatic leader's unchecked ambition was allowed to run wild, with a board that failed to provide the necessary oversight until it was far too late. A stronger structure could have prevented this profound and widely felt downfall. Now we're left to ponder the complex and deeply personal legacy of this fallen star. Did WeWork truly innovate the co-working space, forever changing how we think about work? Or did it simply exploit an existing trend with unsustainable practices, fueled by a mountain of cash? The answer probably lies somewhere in the middle, but it leaves a lingering question mark over its true impact. Even today, years after the infamous implosion, the struggle continues. WeWork is still navigating a precarious path, dancing with financial viability in a world that has changed dramatically. The company's ongoing uncertainty is a perpetual, somber reminder of the colossal risks that were taken and the dreams that tragically crumbled into dust. In the end, this is more than just a business case study. It's a powerful cautionary tale whispered to every aspiring founder, every investor, every dreamer. It's a story about the incredibly delicate balance between boundless ambition and the inevitable human pitfalls of unchecked hubris. It teaches us that while you should always dream big, you must also keep your feet firmly planted in reality. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think is the biggest lesson from the WeWork saga? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this story as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world. See you next time.